Bonjour everyone and welcome to this class. Let's start sitting cross-legged, finding a comfortable seat, maybe bringing a block under your glutes, maybe not. Resting your hands on your knees, spine straight, crown of the head reaching upwards, and then gently close your eyes. We're going to start by taking a big inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs, and sigh it out. 2 more times. And one more. Now relax your shoulders, close those eyes if you haven't already. And start focusing on your breath for a few minutes. Just gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. Trying to find a natural rhythm. And right now have a mental scan of your body. From your toes to the crown of your head, is everything relaxed? Muscles in your face, jaw, eyebrows, tongue, but also your legs, hip flexors, quads. Keep your breath flowing in and out your nose. Try to identify any areas of stiffness or tightness that you can find around your body. And for the next hour-ish, you could do everything to make it untight. And finally, this morning, think of someone that you'd like to dedicate your practice to, or maybe something that you're grateful for. And then bring your awareness back to your mat. Start to bring movement in toes and fingers. Gently open your eyes. Reach the right hand down on the right side. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, side bending towards the right side. Shoulders open. Hands active, reaching to that right side. You can look up, you can look down. I like to look down, it's much easier. And then other side, left hand down on the left side. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, bending over to the left side, feeling that stretch on the right side of the body. And then back to neutral pose. Let's go forward this time. Folding forward, keeping your back flat. You can keep the block or remove it as you want. And then just folding forward with your back flat. And if you like, round the upper back. But first, it's really important to create space in that spine and then folding forward. You can sway your neck and head from left to right, up and down. Anything that feels good. And then gently come up. Remove the block if you haven't so already. And this time we're going to go for something very similar, which is the butterfly pose. But this time, sole of the feet together, knees with an angle that's bigger than 90 degrees. So really have your feet really well in front of you. And then reaching forwards, again with that back flat. If you want, grab your feet and use that as a lever to go deeper in your stretch. Take it slow. Might be your first yoga of the day, might be the morning. If you want, go deeper. Bring your head to your toes, to your feet. I'm good here, so I'm staying here. What's really important is to always keep that breath flowing. In and out your nose helps it regulate it. And then gently let it go. Give your legs a little shake and then roll up and down the mat just a few times, trying to bring movement into that body. And next time you come up, we're going to roll over on our knees and meet in a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. No cat-cow today. Just keeping the lower body as it is, and then reaching forward with the hands, bringing your chest to the mat, forehead resting there. Open the shoulder, reach forwards, keep those hips on the same level and high up in the air. And then open those shoulders. I don't think I mentioned it, but we're in puppy pose. And then take your time to come back to neutral tabletop. And then we're gonna hover up the mat. So tuck your toes in, and then just hovering up the mat, 1 centimeter, 1 inch, doesn't matter the metric system. And we're gonna stay here for a little bit. And to make it a little bit more interesting, reach the right hand up and the left leg, and then other side, left hand and right leg. One more time on each side. Balancing on opposite legs and hands. Staying here a little bit more, and then sending those hips high up in the air for your first down dog, at least of this class, maybe of the day. If not, great on you. Feet hip distance apart, bending the knees if you need, sending the hips high, pushing the ground away with the hands, keeping your back flat, relaxing shoulders and neck, and then bending one leg, straightening the other, walking your dog. Anything that feels good, a bit of sway from left to side, from left to right, from side to side. And then back to that neutral downward dog. Keep breathing in that down dog. Let's go for some abs. Inhale, right leg high up in the air. Exhale, knee to your nose. Engage that core, shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, right leg up. Right knee to right upper arm. As high as you can. Inhale, right leg up. Right knee to left upper arm. Stay here, one breath. Higher if you can. And then right knee up. Then bring the right knee over to the left side. We're going to pivot on that left foot and come into a fallen star. Reaching the left hand high up. Obliques engaged if you like. Here, stay here. Or lift that right leg off the floor. And then back into your three-legged dog. And gently bring that right foot down on the mat, next to the left, back into your downward dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, hinging forward, shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee to left, upper arm as high as you can. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, knee to right, upper arm, twist the core. And then come back up. Fallen star on that left side this time, or right side. Bringing the knee, or bringing that left leg straight towards the right side. Pivoting on the right foot, right hand up in the air if you'd like. Lift that left leg. And let's make our way back into that downward dog. Taking a few breaths in that down dog, keeping the hips high up. If you need, take a rest, no problem. That's what I'm doing, but then I'm teaching, so you know. No, but for real, as you want, maybe settle into child's pose for a few breaths, or keep your down dog, hips high, pushing the ground away with the hands. And obviously, the most important, breathing in and out your nose. Steady breath, bringing the heart rate down if needed. And then let's go for some lunges. We're doing 3 variations of our lunges. So if you haven't so already, let's meet back into that downward dog. And then inhale, right leg up. Exhale, lunge on that right side, left knee on the mat. Use your core to come up. Interlace your fingers on that right knee. And then push that right knee away, upper body straight. Deep stretch in the left hip flexor. That's going to be our first variation. Push that knee away. Deep stretch. Letting it go. And then frame that front foot, and we're stepping back into a high plank. Lowering to low plank. Option to keep the knees on the mat. Inhaling is up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lunge on the left side, right knee on the mat. Use your core to come up. Interlace your fingers on that left knee. Sink lower into your lunge. In French we say, I have a cat in my throat, which is exactly that right now. Sink lower into your lunge. And then frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Again, option to come on your knees, otherwise coming down into that low plank. Inhale is up dog, look up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, lunge on that right side. This time, bring both hands high up in the air. Like you just don't care, relaxing the shoulders, melting them down your back. Sinking lower into your lunge. One big breath in, one big breath out. And then frame that front foot, step back, high plank. Go through your chaturanga, coming down to low plank. Inhale is up dog, look up, engage the glutes. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lunge on that left side. Come up, hands up in the air. Sink into your lunge, relax the shoulders. Readjust your hair if you need to. We go deeper. And then frame the front foot, high plank, lower to low plank. Inhale, it's up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. One last time on each side with one more variation. Right leg up. Step that right foot in between your hands. Lunge on that right side. This time we interlace our fingers with just one finger pointing up. Reaching up as much as we can. And then on the exhale, bending over towards that right side. So really first reaching up, creating space in your body, in that upper body, and then bending over to the right side. Back to neutral, frame that front foot, step back, high plank, lower to low plank. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lunge on that left side. Interlace your fingers, reaching up. And then exhaling towards the left side. Feeling that deep stretch on the right side of the body. And then back to neutral. Stepping back into that high plank. Lowering to low plank. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Again, the option to stay in your down dog or come into a child's pose to rest a little bit. Slow the heart rate down. And then just focus on your breath, whatever's happened in the last few minutes. We always come back to your breath. Because that's the most important, whatever you're doing. We keep breathing here. And then gently make your way back into down dog if you're not here already. Give your legs a little shake. And then from here, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, warrior two on that right side. Pivoting that left foot, using your core to come up. Hands in one straight line, knee above the ankle, engaging the inner thighs. And then the front foot, same line as the middle of the back foot. Make sure that back hand is still going strong, straight line. Engage those inner thighs a little bit more. And from here, straighten the front leg. Bring the back foot a little bit closer if you like. And then inhaling, reaching forwards. Exhaling, bending over into that triangle pose. You could look up, you could look down, bringing a block to that right hand if you like. Otherwise, just one straight line between both hands. Again, feeling that deep stretch on the left side of the body. You can lift your toes on the right side. Helps you go a little bit deeper into the back of the legs. And then from here, we're going to reach both hands forwards. And just as if we were holding an imaginary ball, or trying to do a hug to Wilson, even though he's not into it. Reaching forward, engaging those obliques. And then slowly come back into your warrior two. Woohoo, I'm going to pivot just to show you what we're going for next, which is going to be a wide leg forward bend. So from that warrior two, if I can find my balance, straighten the front leg, pivot that right foot, and then bring your toes somewhat pigeon-toed, which means your big toes are pointing to the inside. And then go maybe not as wide as you can, but maybe 80 or 90%, bringing your hands to your hips, slightly bending the knees if you need to. And then diving forward with your back flat, and then hands under the shoulders. We're staying here. Take your time to adjust. Maybe you're like, well, I can go deeper. I want to go deeper. Maybe you want to be a little bit less intense. Your call, your body. We're staying here just with the hands under the shoulders. And then grab your opposite toes, or just the toes with the left hand, left toes with the left hand, right toes with the right hand. If that's not accessible, ankles, chin, Shins or knees are perfectly fine. And then we're going to inhale, create space in that spine, straight, and then exhale, folding forwards. Try to go as deep as you can, as deep as you want. It's probably even better. Letting go of your neck and head, using your hands as a lever to go a little bit deeper into it. Keep your breath flowing. And then gently come up, hands under the shoulders. And then we're going to go back, but this time hands fall to the back. So inhale, we elongate that spine, create space. Exhale, sending your arms to the back. So I'm going towards my white wall, still leaving and letting go neck and head. And then gently bring your hands under the shoulders, flat back, bend the knees. And we're going to bring the hands to the hips and gently come up with a flat back. Bring the right foot to the top of the mat. And inhale, sweeping the arms up, looking up, hinging at the hips, folding forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're stepping back into our high plank. And here we're staying in that high plank. Always the option to bring the knees on the mat. Otherwise, we're staying in that high plank. And a little trick coming up, push-ups coming down to that low plank. And when the elbows are 90 degrees, we're coming back up. 2 more times, let's go. Always the option with the knees on the mat, coming down, low plank. Inhale, coming up. We're building strength in our arms, core, very important. Coming down 1 more time and coming back up. Now go through your chaturanga, that's the hard one. Inhaling into an up dog or cobra and exhaling into downward dog. And then inhale, left leg high up in the air. Exhale, step it in between your hands, warrior 2 on that left side, pivot that right foot. Bringing your hands into one straight line. Left knee above the left ankle, inner thighs engaged, shoulders right above the hip bones. And then you're looking forward. And then from here, straighten the front leg, bring the back foot a little bit closer if you like, reaching forward with that left hand. When you can anymore, bending over into that triangle, option to use a block, not the option to keep both arms in a straight line, opening that right shoulder, feeling that stretch on the right side of the body. And then here we're gonna hold that giant ball, trying to give a hug to Wilson, but he's not moving. He's not doing anything to help us. We're engaging that right oblique. I know this is tough. If it is too tough, just come back to your triangle. 1 more breath here. And then back to your triangle. And then back to your warrior 2, bending that left knee. Readjusting your feet. Ooh, that was tough. Yeah, very tough. We just need to keep breathing. That's all we need to do. And then frame that front foot and step back into a high plank, lower into low plank. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. From your downward dog, look forward, just come on your knees, kneeling, top of the mat, or middle of the mat for me. And for the next few minutes, we're going to go for a breathing exercise. So you can find a comfortable seat. Kneeling is my favorite for breathing exercises because it's really easy to keep and have this upper body straight. There's nothing being annoying for me to breathe. If that's not comfortable, seated is perfect, cross-legged, or just bring a block in between your glutes here, and that's gonna relieve some pressure off your knees. Otherwise, just kneeling, palms of the hands resting on your knees, and we're gonna close our eyes. And for the next few minutes, we're just gonna count the inhales and exhales, and towards the end, we'll introduce some breath retention between the inhale and the exhale. That's it. Now take a big inhale through the nose and a big sigh out. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a big inhale and a big sigh out. Now see how your body's feeling right now. You might feel some tingling, maybe a little bit lightheaded. That happens. Usually means that most of the time you're not breathing properly. But what an amazing feeling when that happens. Just gently open your eyes. And let's come back to a child's pose. Knees wide, maybe as wide as the mat, maybe even wider as you'd like. Hips onto your heels. And rest that chest on the mat. Forehead resting too. Make it as active or as passive as you'd like it. Your call. And just keep your breath flowing for just a few more times. And then let's make our way into a down dog. Hips high again. Bending one leg, straightening the other if you need. Walk that dog again. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, we bend the knee, stack that right hip on top of the left. And then create circles with that right knee. And then send right knee to right wrist. Right shin somewhat parallel to the mat, but it doesn't matter as much. Send the left leg far to the back into that pigeon. Our lovely pigeon. Always the option to bring that block under the right glute. And then when you feel like you're in a good position, just bring that chest forward. And when you feel ready, gently make your way down to the mat and stay into that pigeon for a few minutes. You could rest your head on a block. Just keep breathing. And maybe in that first minute or so, your edge has moved. So maybe you want to bring that left leg further to the back, opening the hips a little bit more. Maybe now you want to remove that block from under your head. It's okay to find a better position after a few breaths. But I've mentioned it in the past, it's good to avoid fidgeting in pigeon pose. It's just a defense mechanism to remove you from an uncomfortable position. But if you really let it go, it becomes so much easier. Take your time to gently come up. We're collapsing on that right side, right glute, sending the left leg to the front and hovering that left leg above the right, setting up for our shoelace. Try to keep your shin bones somewhat parallel to the mat and to each other. And then we're going to reach forwards with both hands. Maybe we'll stay here. Maybe after a few breaths, we'll go a little bit deeper, or you can hug your knees, whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy, or less miserable in that position, to be honest. I've always said it, this one is a tough one for me, but you gotta keep doing it. Could even go more to the front. And then gently come up. We're going to keep that right leg and right knee bent, and then extend the left leg in front of us. Right sole or right foot into the left thigh. And then inhale, both hands high up in the air. Exhale, folding forwards, grabbing anything we can grab here on that left side. Always important to really elongate the spine and then fold forwards. You could bring your head closer to your knee, making sure that right leg is still loose, not holding on to anything. And from here, gently come up. This time, pivot the shoulders, and we're going to grab something with that left hand. Maybe it's your shin or your ankle. Inhale, right hand up in the air. Exhale, bending over towards that left foot. And then reaching a little bit more. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed and open. And then gently come up. Relax that right leg in front of you. Give it a shake. And then back into a downward dog. So we can do the other side. Hips up. And then when you're settled in your downward dog, inhaling the left leg high up in the air. Exhaling, bend that knee, stack that left hip on top of the right. Keep that right leg straight, engaged. Any movement you'd like with that left leg. And then setting up for your pigeon on the left side. Left knee to left wrist. Sending the right leg to the back. Adjusting anything you need to adjust because this side is likely going to be different than the other. I'm going to bring a block under my left glute. And then sink forward, stay in that child's, not in that child's pose, in that pigeon for a few breaths, a few minutes actually. We're aiming at stretching that muscle called piriformis between glute and lower back. That's why pigeon can really help de-stress your back or release your lower back. Because we're stretching everything under that lower back. So if anything is tight and pulling on that lower back, then we're going to release it. And it's going to make us feel a little bit better, especially if you've had lower back issues for a long time. Funny thing, I used to hate pigeon, I kind of still do, but it's helped me a lot in my lower back issues. So think about all those poses that you hate, that you don't really enjoy. Might be because they're really good for you, but really hard. Readjust your legs if you need to. Just a few more breaths here. And then let's gently make our way up, removing the block if you had one. And then collapsing on that left glute, sending the right leg to the front and over the left. Yes, into that shoelace. Again, shins somewhat parallel to each other. But you gotta find what works for you. All different bodies. So it's all gonna look different. And then reaching forwards, maybe grabbing your knees, hugging them. Focusing on my breath is really going to help me go through that pose. That's why I guess I don't talk as much in shoelace. And then gently let it go. Keep the left leg as it is and then right leg extending in front of you. Sole of that right foot onto the right thigh, left foot onto the right thigh. And then inhale, reaching both hands up. Exhale, grabbing anything we can grab on that right foot, right leg. And then folding forward, maybe nose to your knee. And then gently come up. We know this time we're pivoting the shoulders. And then inhale, left hand high up. Exhale, anything you can grab with that right hand on that right foot. And then left hand reaching towards that right foot. Shoulders still open, still relaxed and melting down the back. And reach a little bit more to the front if you can. And then gently let it go. Both legs in front of you. Woo. Give them a shake. And then bend your knees. Readjust like me if you need. And you thought I'd forgot, but no, I haven't. Boat pose. Bending your knees, sending your legs high up in the air. Well, not high up in the air, actually. Just normal, normal boat pose. Don't know what's into me today. You either keep your shins parallel to the mat at all times, or you straighten the legs, and we're coming down for 5, 4. Engage that core. 3, 2, 1, and then coming back up 2 more times. Challenge yourself with those straight legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the 1, and then coming back up. One last time. That one's going to be hard. Coming down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the 1, and let it go. Hands above your head. Have a full body stretch. And bring your knees to your chest. Giving yourself a big hug. Swaying from left to right. And then send that left leg away. Keep the right knee into your chest. And then send the sole of the right foot up in the air. Grabbing the outside of that right foot. And then bringing that right knee into the armpit. Into that half happy baby pose. Really pulling on that right hand, so we bring that knee closer to the armpit. Deep stretch in the right hamstrings. And then gently let it go, and we're gonna go for the other side. Left knee into your chest, give it a big hug, and then send that left sole of the foot up. And then grabbing the outside of that left foot, left knee into the armpit. Deep stretch in the left hamstrings. Hamstring. And then let it go. Again, giving yourself a big hug. Swaying from left to right. And then letting those legs go. And then far away. Legs far away from each other. Hands away from the body. And then let's take a big inhale through the nose. And a big sigh out. Tucking your tailbone one last time, keeping your back flat onto the mat. Shavasana. Gently bring your awareness back to your body. Deepening your breath. And then start introducing movement into toes, fingers. Maybe reaching over your head for full body stretch. And then bring your knees into the armpits, not into the armpits, into your chest. Giving yourself a big hug, swaying from left to right. And then sending knees towards the right side. Staying here into that fetus position for a few breaths. And then gently coming up, sitting cross-legged, just the way we started. Keeping your eyes closed if you like. And then upper body straight, shoulders relaxed, hands resting on your knees or in between your legs. Take a big inhale through the nose. And a big sigh out. Bring your hands to your heart. Remember what you were grateful for. Remember who you might have dedicated that practice to. Maybe keep that in mind for the rest of the day, of the week. I'm very grateful for you being here. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, lovely week, whatever it is. See you soon. Bye-bye.